Since its beginning, the Tenglin family has gradually become Japan's top ninjutsu family. And Tenglin Junja is the heir of this generation of Tenglin family. In Japan, ninjas have always been dependent on top-notch families to survive. There were a large number of ninjas who worked for them in large Japanese families and under the shoguns during the Warring States period. Although modern ninjas are becoming rarer and rarer, the true masters of ninjutsu are still attached to top big families. This is mainly because the ninja family lacks sufficient earning power, and modern society is becoming more and more secure and more emphasis on the rule of law, so they cannot make money by killing people and by arson, so they can only continue to adhere to the big family and become a master enshrined in a large family. Said to be worship, in fact, it is captive. Raising ninjas in captivity, giving them enough money, enough respect, and letting them work for themselves is also a common hobby of large Japanese families. Tenglin is a master of the Takahashi family. On the phone, he reported to Takahashi, "Mr. Takahashi, we have tracked down that guy's address, which is opposite to the Aman Hotel in the city center. Now I am closely monitoring him on the roof of the Aman Hotel. Waiting for your next instructions." Good. Great. Maki Takahashi finally breathed a sigh of relief and gritted his teeth. As long as you find him, I don't have to worry that my son's vengeance will not be avenged. After that, Takahashi Maki again ordered, "Mr. Fujibayashi, you must keep observing him. Wherever he goes, you will follow him and wait for my next step. But if he wants to leave Japan, just kill him." Tenglin said, "Mr. Takahashi, please rest assured, from now on, I will never let the target leave our control." Takahashi really knows, "Mr. Fujibayashi, when things are done, I will give you a generous reward, at least 5 million USD. Tenglin smiled and said, "Thank you Mr. Takahashi in advance." Takahashi really knew what he thought of, and hurriedly said, "By the way, Mr. Fujibayashi, the eldest son of the Su family, Jufei, lives in the Aman Hotel. If possible, please help me monitor him. I want to know if he sees him at the hotel. Who did he call, who called him, and what he said?" Tenglin immediately said, "No problem, I will check it out now, at this moment." Aman Hotel, Tokyo. This is one of the most luxurious hotels in Tokyo. Ziyu and Jufei stayed in this hotel at this time. The two lived in the best room type in this hotel. The rooms are next to each other. Every room here has floor-to-ceiling windows on 3 sides. You can clearly see the night view of Tokyo, which is truly beautiful. Ziyu had just taken a shower at this time. Her short hair was wet, so she simply combed all her hair to the back of her head. Looking stunning. After taking a shower, Ziyu wiped her body clean, put on the silk nightgown brought, holding a glass of red wine, and came to the huge French window. She gently lay on the recliner in front of the French window, looking at the night view outside, lost in thought. In her mind, Charlie could not help but appear again. Thinking of that man's arrogant and pretentious look, Ziyu was still angry. However, when she thought that everything that the man did was to protect an innocent girl, Ziyu felt a little admiration for him unconsciously. In a foreign country, most people are more low-key and tolerant, hoping to avoid trouble as much as possible. In this case, even if you have been bullied, you may choose to endure a moment of calm and take a step back, let alone see others being bullied, and stand up for others. It can be seen from this point that the man is indeed very nice, and the 3 views are also very positive, but he is a bit crazy. Of course, the strength is so strong, there is nothing wrong with madness. Just thinking about it, she suddenly received a WeChat message on her mobile phone. After opening it, it was a link sent by her brother Jufei, and then he sent another voice. "Ziyu, take a look. Things tonight have caused trouble in Japan." Ziyu opened the link and saw that Charlie's video has exceeded 10 million views on the Japanese network, and it is heading towards 20 million, and she can't help but be stunned. There are more than 120 million people in Japan, and more than 15% of Japanese people have watched this video. You know, Japan is still a highly aging society. If you remove the elderly, young children, and farmers who rarely go online in rural Japan, the views on this video is already terrifying. And this is just the beginning. The ghost knows how much it will be played tomorrow. Zhufei sent a WeChat message at this time and told her, Ziyu, Dad is going to have a video conference. Is it convenient for you now? Ziyu gave a hum and said, wait for me for a minute. After speaking, she stood up, found a shawl, and draped it over her pink fragrant shoulder. Her nightgown is a low cut and big versus neck sling. She is very comfortable in the room, but it is a bit exposed after all, so she has to cover it. After the video conference was connected, Xin asked in the video, Zhufei, Ziyu, have you two arrived at the hotel? Yes. Ziyu and Zhufei nodded in unison. Xin asked again, have you met briefly with the Takahashi family? Not yet. Ziyu said, originally, we planned to touch the cooperation intention in the hotel's meeting room tonight. But unexpectedly, the Takahashi family had a small accident and Eiki suffered an injury. His father Takahashi should be in the hospital with him. Xin frowned and asked, what's the matter? Will it affect our cooperation with them? Ziyu said, Eiki was beaten by a passerby, but this incident was just an incident and should not affect cooperation. That's good. Xin breathed a sigh of relief, and said, you must understand the foundations of these two companies and choose the best one.